Have you ever wondered how to achieve a beautiful and peaceful aquarium? Are your fish always fighting and testing your patience? Well, let me help you, agent. In today's episode, we are going to uncover how to build a stunning and harmonious Malawi cichlid tank. Plus, I'm excited to reveal the complete stocking of my 125-gallon warzone tank. Finally done and ready for show-off. So buckle up, agents, we've got a lot of work ahead. Welcome back, ladies and gents. There's been a lot of going on recently in the fish basement, and I'm excited to share it. First of all, you may see that the retirement house is no longer beside 125 gallon. Where did it go? Well, with the magic of some very industrial grade trolleys, we managed to move it across the room. Why? Well, aesthetics, you know me. But in all seriousness, it just felt right. Finally, the main furniture came in, the sitting area, a big sofa and a garden chair. They're not exactly made for the indoors, but they really match the energy down there, and I like it enough to keep them. Now I can sit right next to my friends and look at them. And honestly, they just form this cozy little nook in the corner. So I thought, why not move the retirement house there? It's been in the way of the big tank anyway, and now it just feels like everything fits. The room has really come together, like a perfectly toasted bagel in the microwave. Maybe that's not the best metaphor, but you get it. But that's not the only progress. You can see there's been a lot of movement in the big tank, because it's finally fully stocked, for now at least. And let me tell you, the difference is night and day. The tank looks like a real slice of Lake Malawi, with all the energetic fish I wanted from the start. It's been a long road, but seeing them all together now, it's worth every minute. So let me show it to you closer. The fish, the new scape, full picture. Let's get into it. Alright, that was a lot of acclimation, and if you wanna know more about it, here's a video I made. Maybe it'll be useful for you. Anyway, as you can see, we've got some serious new gang here. All of the Kandango went through the delivery flawlessly. Seriously, I'm really glad how these fish took it. Not a single casualty, no outsiders, no weaker specimens. I'm not kidding, flawless. Maybe I got lucky. Or maybe I'm the master of acclimation. The inhabitants of this ex-warzone tank seem to be getting comfortable. They were shy at the start, that's normal. They were hiding in the rocks as soon as someone besides me, of course, walked into the room. But now they are swimming freely throughout the aquarium. They are eating well, maybe not as well as my Mbuna used to. But still, they like flakes, pellets, and I didn't get to try the frozen food yet, so there's a room for wonder. But I'm really proud of how things are going. Here's one more key to a great established Malawi tank. I'm talking about the hubs, but not only. If one guy looks like another, it's fight time. So to keep things casual, I tried to put as different species from each other as possible, and maintain similar aggression levels too. Usually fish get named after their body types, so in most cases, avoid putting two Copadichromis or Protomelas in one tank. They might fight. In my aquarium I went for 3 different head species, so I don't have that problem. Also, I like having multiple shapes and personalities in the tank. Don't judge me, but I think it all worked out fine. Okay, but let's get back to the stocking. I focused on 3 main species for this tank. Only 3? Well yeah, because I wanted youngsters for my tank. It's always really rewarding to watch your crew grow from a casual size to, well, Friday night dinner size. Just joking. So I took more fish than I initially intended from each species, to make a proper selection later, and keep balanced groups in the future. After the selection, I plan to add 2 or 3 centerpiece male cichlids, but that's a future me problem. For now, I'm focused on making sure these guys grow healthy and big. And they're gonna get big. But what do we have here? Placidochromis milomo, the very first residents of this Malawi tank. You may know them from my previous videos. Milomo are going to be the biggest of all these fish. The male can push 10 inches, at least that's what Wikipedia says. In tanks, they usually don't get bigger than 8 or 9 inches, but it's still a pretty massive fish. One key to a successful tank: don't mix fish with different diets. Fish will eat whatever you put in front of them anyway, so it's easier to feed them when you've got one type of fish swimming around. In my case, carnivorous. Back to Milomo. The females are going to be much smaller than the male, and they're not going to change a lot from their baby colorway. They can get more defined marble patterns and maybe a slight red glow on their bodies, depending on the breed line. The male though, that's the reason I went for them. Blue head, dark marble patterns and bright red fins. They've got that wild look to them, but somehow they're very colorful and beastly at the same time. They get pretty chunky too, so it's gonna make an impression. The aggression level is intermediate to low, so that's a huge advantage. Overall, a great choice, and I really like them. Let me know in the comments what you think. Copadichromis borleyi Kandango. They got here recently, very interesting fish. Even young ones, they already got some color to them, which is pretty much unheard of in young haps. They get slightly smaller, around 6 to 7 inches, female a bit smaller. They're the most curious fish I've ever seen. I didn't even get them out of the bag properly, and they were already swimming like crazy in the foreground of the aquarium. Maybe they just don't care. I like them already. The male is going to be all red with a light blue head and a dorsal fin. The ladies, well, they don't change much, but they do get more of a bluish color to the body. Still, I like the orange fins. At least they tried, you know. Typically not aggressive, just active swimmers. Very cool looking fish. Protomelas steveni Taiwan. Last but not least, the stripes. Had to get somebody with stripes, right? They're the smallest of the 3, but still as effective. Females might not be as colorful as the rest of the gulls, but I like them. They are bright silver, might get a slight golden glow in the future, we'll see. But the male, just look at the pictures. Stripes, long fins and the yellow belly. These gulls hit the jackpot. Taiwans are peaceful cichlids who just don't like getting into trouble, at least from my observations. Or maybe they're just still a little shy. Anyway, great addition. I can't wait for them to develop. It's been quite a tough choice to decide on the stocking for this tank, but I can't wait to see these guys develop and take shape. How are you guys enjoying the new Malawi tank? Let me know in the comments if you have some suggestions for the name of this tank, because Warzone is definitely in the past. This aquarium is built better, more professional, and most importantly, safer than its previous life. If you know, you know. Don't forget to subscribe to stay submerged, agents. Underwater Dept.